Hey Austin, how's it going today?
It's not bad.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm alright. I know it sometimes takes you a few minutes just to get kind of grounded in the space, so I thought today maybe we could try a grounding exercise. I'm not sure if you've ever seen this one before.
No.
So it's called 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
And so I thought we could do it together. So first of all, what we would do is we can look around at our space here, and it just gives us a chance to feel, a bit grounded in our space, and to also kind of just notice what's some things that are concrete around us. So what are 5 things that we can see, and we can name them if you'd like.
5 things?
Yeah.
I can see my watch.
Yeah.
I can see you.
Yeah.
I can see the tables.
Mm-hmm.
I can see this piece of paper.
Yeah.
And my fidget toy.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty cool fidget toy.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then what about 4 things that you can feel?
Feel my fidget toy.
Yes.
I can feel the table.
Yeah.
I can feel my clothes.
Yeah.
And I can feel my hair.
That's awesome. Thanks. And then the next one is listen. So is there 3 things that you can hear?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
I can hear me.
Yeah.
And I can hear this.
There you go. Cool. What about smell? That's a harder one.
I can smell my deodorant.
Yeah.
And I can smell whatever lunch is being made in the other room.
Yes, that's a good one. What about taste?
Taste.
It's a harder one.
I taste spit.
Yeah. There you go.
I don't want to taste this, but I could.
You could taste that. Thanks.
The counselor uses a mindfulness activity to ground the client and allow them to have contact with the present moment. This can be used to establish a connection as well as create safety and trust.
I just want to touch on confidentiality. So, this is a space for you to share whatever you're needing to share with me, and work through things. And I just wanted to say that with confidentiality there is a limit. So, if you are a harm to yourself or to others, or someone else is a harm to you, then those are things that I have to report, and either bring it forward to my boss, or to bring it to MCFD, or so just wanted to lay that out like we normally do, and then we can go from there. So I'm really curious, what's been going on in the past week for you?
So as you know, I was planning on coming out to my dad.
Yep.
And I did. It was a lot. It wasn't easy or anything. My mom's been pretty good about it,
Okay.
but my dad is just not going really well. I told my dad that I'm trans, and I identify as a man.
Yep.
And for him to call me Austin now.
Okay.
And he's not calling me by my old name, but he's still calling me words like sweetheart and sweetie and stuff like that. And I've brought it up a couple times to him now, and he's still doing it.
Okay.
And it's frustrating. I get
I bet.
angry in ways that I can't really control. I'm not like gonna hurt him or something like that, but like I just wish he would respect how I feel.
Yeah, so it's really frustrating and disheartening that he isn't kind of embracing, sort of how you want to identify. And I'm wondering, where do you feel that in your body?
It kind of feels a few different things.
What are
when he
those
calls me
feels?
sweetheart, like I feel it. My heart rate starts going up, but not in a good way.
You're right. Yeah.
I just don't know how to deal with it.
Yep.
I get real tight in the chest, like.
Yep.
And if I don't stop there and start really breathing with my whole life on the line, I feel like I'm gonna explode. And
Okay.
I wish he would stop calling me sweetheart and things like that, so that I could stop feeling those emotions.
Yeah. So you were mentioning your chest gets really tight. I wonder if you put your hand on your chest or wherever is comfortable for you. It doesn't have to be. It can be anywhere you feel comfortable. Yeah, just take a breath in, a deep breath. And just maybe feel what those emotions feel like. And it feels like the that you have some competing emotions going on, and yeah, it's just really tight in that chest, and
It is.
yeah, what happens if you make a bit of space for that, to feel those feels?
I'm almost scared to make a space for those feels. I don't
Yeah.
know what comes next.
Right. Yeah.
The counselor uses another mindfulness activity. This activity focuses more on the way the client is feeling in relation to their body. This gives the practitioner a better understanding of the emotions the client is feeling before entering conversation, as well as giving the client some space to acknowledge those feelings.
Well, I'm hoping today that we can, kind of explore a few things. I'm hoping that maybe, I don't know if you've ever heard of ACT before. It's acceptance and commitment therapy.
Mm.
So, I think it might fit really well. And I have worked with a lot of youth who are trans or who, identify as queer, and, just being able to, accept yourself and, commit to the life that you want to have. So, and this is sort of one of the practices, is just kind of, just, feeling it but not becoming too attached to it, and, just feeling it in your body and acknowledging it, and yeah.
Am I allowed to take my hand off my chest?
Oh, of course.
Okay. Okay, well, that's good to know. I appreciate you explaining that to me.
Sounds like things are, really hard, and it's very frustrating for you, and you're feeling very conflicted. Do you want to tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, conflicted definitely, because I just want my dad to accept who I am.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not asking much of him, and he's still purposely
Yeah.
getting it wrong and stuff, and I just wish he would accept who I was. But when I get mad, I then have to think about, this is my dad.
Yeah.
He's cared about me throughout my life. He's never done anything super evil to me and stuff like that.
No.
But I get stuck because I want him to accept me, but he doesn't accept me. But he's my dad, and I can't do anything about it because he's my dad.
Right.
I just don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, it sounds like you're quite stuck, right? Like you get sort of stuck, and I guess because it is your dad and this is your family, that it's hard to have those feelings, right? To be angry at him and upset with him, and there's something in ACT called the struggle switch, where we try to shove those emotions down. We try to not really fully express them, because we think it's gonna, be easier, because we don't want to be angry at our family, right? And we don't want to, create conflict. But, sometimes when we deny ourselves those feelings, they become louder.
Yeah.
They become bigger.
The practitioner validates the client's feelings while explaining the struggle switch, a very important aspect of ACT that explains how emotions can become stronger or louder when we try to suppress them, rather than allowing those feelings to flow through you.
Yeah, some of my feelings have gotten real loud. It's hard to stop, or I feel like I'm gonna take it out on my dad. I don't want that to end up happening. It's the last thing I want to happen.
Yeah, of
actually.
course.
And my mom is just so accepting of it.
Mm-hmm.
When we're behind closed doors, she's always getting everything right, and it's so effortless.
Yeah.
So I just don't get why my dad can't do it. And
yeah, it must be confusing, right?
it's very confusing.
Because he loves you and cares about you, but at the same time, there's this piece that's a huge piece of you.
Mm-hmm.
It is you, that he's not, sort of fully acknowledging.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I don't want to ever lose my dad over this. And
No.
but I heard him say to my mom something like he feels like he's losing his son.
Right.
Or he feels like he's losing his daughter. I just gendered myself correctly there.
It happens to the best of us.
But he said that he feels like he's losing his daughter, and it's I'm right here, Dad. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just who I should feel like I should be now.
Yeah, you are. You're the same person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you're feeling. Yeah, things feel more correct and more congruent.
Yeah.
At this point.
Congruent for sure.
So when's the last time that your dad called you sweetheart?
This morning, even. It was ridiculous. On the way to school, I it happened last night, it happened the day before, it's happening this morning. I don't even know what to, like, I just was like heated thinking about it. Like, I had to come talk to you today.
Okay,
Because
okay.
it was just so much and I couldn't calm down.
Yeah.
And I'm struggling to calm down right
Yeah,
now. I
yeah.
don't even know what to do. It's just,
No.
I'm over it.
Well, I'm wondering if we can kind of head back to how we kind of began the session with some of the breathing and, you know, those feelings that you're feeling. And yeah, if you want to put your hand on your chest, your tummy, wherever feels comfortable. So usually I put one on my chest and one on my tummy, because then I can feel my belly expand as well as my chest. And, you know, just take a really long, deep breath in, longer than you normally do maybe. And then as you're ready, you can let it all the way out. You might want to feel your feet firmly grounded on the floor. Just breathe like that for a minute.
I needed that for a moment. Sometimes it's hard to remember to do this when he's saying the things to me, but like.
Yeah, well, the feelings are real, right? Those emotions are real, and it doesn't define who we are, but you have a right to feel those. They're, you know, they're they're affecting you. And
Yeah, it sure is affecting me. Like I'm sorry that I got heated there, because
well,
like
you know, it's a big thing. It's a huge thing that's going on right now, and you know, I think the more we can allow our feelings and let them kind of flow and have that moment to sort of, you know, move through them, you know, and finding techniques that work for you. And this is just one. I mean, some people like to move their bodies, right? There's lots of ways to be able to, you know, we can keep working on it for sure.
I definitely could use some more of those, because sometimes it's like I just don't know how to deal with it, and
Well, yeah, you
it
get
sounds
stuck.
like you have answers for some reason. So like,
Some reason.
I gotta figure out how to apply these more in real time.
well.
Some kind of reminder or something.
Yeah.
No, thank you for that. I needed that. It's hard because I just get so lost sometimes, and sometimes I need a little help along the way, and
Of course.
my dad just isn't doing that lately, so it's.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's huge.
In this segment, the client becomes visibly overwhelmed by emotions, in which the practitioner guides the client back to the mindfulness activity. The practitioner introduces something called self as context, a very important tool of ACT. Self as context allows the client to view their emotions from a distance, not using the emotions to define themselves, rather acknowledging that they are feeling these emotions and being affected by them.
So Austin, I was thinking, would you try something with me? We're gonna draw something.
Sure.
And we got a nice board up here, so we're gonna go up to the board.
Okay.
And it's a metaphor that they use in ACT. And it's the house and clouds. And yeah, so we're just gonna head up here, and I think there's a dry erase marker. Make sure it's dry erase so we don't ruin it. Yeah. And yeah, so I wonder if you could just draw a house, just a small house, or however big a house you want.
This is a really good dry erase marker.
Oh, yeah, they're usually good. There we go. Some windows.
I'm really good at drawing.
Yeah, it's good. There you go. And then above, if you could draw some clouds.
Well, that's not a cloud.
Kind of. It's your cloud. There we go. Yeah, they're all clouds. Yeah. If the house was you, so you're the house, and the clouds are your emotions, and maybe if you mind writing what those emotions are in you right now. Okay. Oh, that looks like anger or mad. Is that sad? You can tell me when you're done drawing. There. So you want to tell me what each one represents?
This guy is upset.
Upset. Okay.
He's not happy.
Not happy.
This is how I feel when my dad calls me sweetheart.
Okay.
This one is really sad.
Yeah.
That's usually how I feel after I feel angry.
Okay. Yeah.
And this one's confused because he doesn't know what to do.
Yeah. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
So, sometimes it's cloudy, sometimes it's not, right?
The winds, of course.
And the winds, will blow the clouds away. But, whether it's rainy, windy, cloudy, what remains the same in this situation? Yeah, your house. You remain the same. Yeah. So the clouds, they will come and go, and, so we're not, sort of held down by that, right? We can, so we're still us. If we're angry or sad or upset or, confused, we're still who we are, right? And those are just things that are gonna, come and go. And sometimes you can think of it as a wave too, right? You got that ebb and flow, right? Just like the weather.
Yeah.
So you don't have to sort of get stuck to them, but at the same time you can experience them. And
sometimes the roof might have to get replaced.
well, yeah, depends how big the storm is sometimes, right? But it's a way of thinking that, you are Austin.
I am.
You are.
I'm Austin the house.
Austin the house.
I wish my dad could realize that.
Yeah. And sometimes these things take a bit of time, but we want you to be okay in this.
That makes sense though, because if that's me, I'm the brick house.
Yeah.
Big bad wolf won't blow me over.
No, you are who you are, and yeah.
Can we go sit back down now?
Yeah, oh, of course.
The practitioner uses an activity called the house metaphor. This activity's goal is to help the client achieve cognitive diffusion by allowing the client to step back from their thoughts and feelings instead of getting overwhelmed by them. This activity also maintains self as context by helping the client see that there is a part of them that is constant. This activity helps the client separate I am feeling hurt from I am hurt.
When you think about the house that you just drew, what kind of person would you want living there?
Besides me? Or am I still the house in this situation?
You're still the house.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you're still the house. So who would you want in your house? I guess what I'm getting at is, your values, like what's important to you in these situations.
I would want someone that cares about me in that house.
Okay.
I would want my mom there.
Yeah.
Because my mom always makes me feel good. She makes some good meals. She actually makes me feel like I am who I am.
Yeah.
I would like my dad there if he was nicer. Right now, I don't think I want him in that house, but I would like to find him in that house one day.
One character, so what sort of value did your parents hold for you that that you admire?
My mom she just cares so much.
Okay.
I really appreciate her for that.
Yeah.
Probably I think the word is empathy. She just, for how she makes me feel heard.
Yeah.
I would like someone who's a good listener there.
So it sounds like, that you want someone who's there for you, who's
someone
solid.
who just doesn't hide and is
Yep.
just there for me and not scared to be the person for me.
And usually, when that's our value, that's that can translate into how we want to live our lives, right? And in terms of not wanting to hide, what would that look like for you?
That would probably look like just getting to be myself and not having to always feel anxious or something about it.
Yeah.
If I didn't have to hide, I would be Austin and I would be proud and my parents would support me.
Okay.
I think I would be able to feel a lot more proud of who I am if both of my parents supported me.
Yeah. And what would an interaction with your dad look like if you could envision that?
An interaction with my dad might look something like, let's even something simple, like in the morning, if he makes some breakfast, he doesn't say, sweetheart, breakfast is ready.
Yeah.
Say, Austin, come down.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to call me son or bro or something. I just want him to know who I am.
Yeah. And so that just doesn't resonate with you, and you want to be your full self, and you want to be recognized as your full self.
Yeah, I'm me, I'm the house.
You are the house.
I'm the house.
You are the house.
Yeah.
The practitioner continues referencing the house metaphor by inviting the client to imagine what kind of values he imagines would reside inside that house. This strategy enforces values clarification. Identifying values can help clients develop a cohesive sense of self. Values clarification is a huge step to creating committed action, in which you will see in the next segment.
So Austin, I think the house was really helpful. It's got me, sort of understanding where you're coming from and what you value and who you want, to be in that house that is you. And it sounds like, you really value being your own self, right? Being true to who you are, and you're a unique individual, right? And I'm just wondering, part of ACT is sort of committed action, looking at committed action, and I'm wondering if, is there a goal that sort of comes to mind, something that you could, think that value of, you know, being yourself and showing up as your whole self, that you could kind of, bring into your interactions with maybe your dad this week or your family?
Yeah, I don't know, I could maybe I could try being a little less angry when he doesn't get things right that I want, because, well, this is how I feel, maybe he's still adjusting or something, and I could give him some benefit of the doubt, but I think a good happy ending is where I don't have to get angry at him, but also he respects who I am.
Yeah, is there anything you would ask of him, or that you would like, you know, so you could show up authentically? Is there something that you could,
I would ask him to try and give me the same care that my mom is giving me. I would like for him to, if I could ask him without getting all angry about it and shaking and getting a tight chest just thinking about it, I would love to ask him to just stop calling me sweetheart.
Yeah.
Maybe just call me by my name.
Sure.
He doesn't have to be like, hello son, but he can just acknowledge that I don't feel like I'm his daughter anymore.
Right, and it's hard for you to kind of show up as your whole self and be, you know, you want to be that person, and when you have reminders that, you know, other people aren't seeing that true self, what feels true for you.
It's definitely, because like it's hard to be myself when he's not even acknowledging myself, so
that's really understandable.
Once we get to
you're not getting cues back that this is who Austin is.
Like, do you want, like, even when we ask a question, he's like, hey, do you want some of this? And then he dead names me, and it's like, well, you know, but
sounds like a good goal. I'm wondering, have you thought of some ways that maybe you can sort of regulate yourself, keep calm before maybe, you know, sort of asking that of him? Is there something you could do?
Some of those breathing things we did earlier were really nice.
Okay.
Obviously you can't, but it'd be really cool to have a little counselor in my back pocket to remind me to breathe sometimes. But if I can find ways to manage my nerves, maybe I would be able to address this with him a little bit better. And I just need to, that thing we did at the beginning, when we were grounding, when I was grounding myself, it helped a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, no, I can definitely give you, I mean, I have a copy of the handout, I can definitely give you this one. And I mean, the other thing that I find really helpful sometimes is just, you know, write a reminder in my phone or a sticky note or something maybe, like you said, a counselor in your back pocket, if there's something that resonated with you today, just writing, you know, jotting that down, and, you know, just kind of almost like a little bit of a pep talk for yourself, right? And then, and then I'm thinking afterwards, is there ways you can take good care of yourself? Because I think you will have some, it's good, your heart might start racing, you know, when you know, say that to your dad, right? And is there things you can do to kind of take good care of yourself afterwards?
If I can't come here, then I feel like I could try texting my friend Courtney.
Okay.
And I'm sure she would
be we're open. You're welcome to come here for sure. You know, I might be available, I might not, but obviously, you know, there's other people here that genuinely, you know, care about you, and and Courtney is it sounds like a really good option, a supportive option for you. And
the practitioner supports the client in committed action planning. This helps the client create a goal or behavior that aligns with his values in order to commit to himself and be who he wants to be. This values-based behavior strategy balances both authenticity within values as well as a self-care plan afterwards.
You know, and having some ideas like this, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in your back pocket sometimes, you know, just to help. I know our heads can be spinning sometimes, and it's hard just to kind of settle everything, especially when we stand up for ourselves. And but you know, you're really working hard to live as your authentic self, to be true to your own values, to, you know, not, you know, let other people lead, you know, who you are and what you want out of life, right? So,
I'm Austin at the end of the day.
You are Austin, and it was really great connecting with you. We can continue this work.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
I want to hear how it goes, and we can just keep working at it.
Oh, I expect a good breathing technique next week.
Okay, I'll work on one. I'll figure one out for you.
Thanks, coach.
Yep, no worries.